Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn how to create a Docker Compose file to automatically build our image. Remember that in the previous video, we were using the docker build command to build this image. But now we're going to take it to the next level and we're going to create a Docker Compose file to build this image in an easier way. So let's go ahead and create a Docker Compose build.yaml file at the same level of your Dockerfile Java and your maven.sh. Remember that right now we are inside of the pipeline, Jenkins, and build directory. So let's create this new file in here, which is going to be Docker Compose build. And if you are a little bit familiar with Docker Compose, you will know that we're going to start with version. This is going to be version 3. And in here we're going to have the services. And this section is going to contain an app service. Remember that you can name it as you want. We're just going to keep it simple for now. And this service is going to have an image. And the image is the image that we're going to be creating. So we're going to call this image app. And remember that this process, I mean the building process, is going to be executed by Jenkins. So probably you will want to have something like a version of your images. So for that we can do like build tag, because remember that this build tag is an environment variable that is available in Jenkins, and this means the number of the build. So if we do this, whenever we generate a new image, we're going to tag that image with a different number. So for example, app version 1, app version 2, app version 3. And in that way, you are going to have your image versioned, which is going to be cool in the future if you want to roll back or something. So okay, for now we don't have this environment variable. We're going to set it later for testing purposes, but remember that this is a global environment variable in Jenkins. So in Jenkins, this is going to be auto-populated. Okay, cool. Now we need to tell Docker where is the Docker file that we're going to use to build this app image. So to do that, we're going to use the build property, and under it we're going to say that the Docker file that is going to be used is the Docker file Java that we created. And remember that Docker file is right here. You can even do something like the context. Context means the folder where the Docker file is located. In this case, it's located in this folder. So we're telling Docker, okay, Docker, please build this image going to this context, which is the current directory, and looking for a file which is called dockerfile.java. So let's save this and let's try to build this new image using Docker Compose. So for that we do Docker Compose, we say -f because the name is different, so we pass the name, and we say build, as you may already know. And as you can see, it says the build tag variable is not set. So this actually fails. So let's set this to any value, like export this to 1, for example. And now if we build this, then it gets automatically built. And as you can see, we now have an image which is called app:1. So let's do Docker images, and let's grep for app, grep-w for app. And as you can see, now we have the version 1 in here. But what happens if we change the build tag to 2, for example? And now if we build it again, remember that our Docker Compose file is taking this value, and if we do a Docker images, you're going to find that now you have another image, which is the version 2. And remember that always when you build your image, your jar is being copied to that specific location. For now, we're copying the same jar, that's why the image is the same, but in the future, this jar is going to be dynamic. In the next lesson, we're going to see how to do this. But for now, you know how to create a Docker Compose file, how to define your build process, and how to automatically do it just doing a Docker Compose build. If you hit enter, then you're going to be building new images always. So this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next lesson.